I'm Old Head Ed.
And I'm Mr. Beleaf. And we like to welcome y'all to Barcodes. Barcodes is a podcast where we delve into the lyrics of your favorite MCs, verse by verse.
Each episode, we invite an artist onto the show,
break down their own bars, and give the listeners a deeper understanding of the meaning and inspiration behind their music.
From underground up-and-comers to established industry veterans.
We cover it all. So join us as we explore the art of MCing and the stories behind the bars on Barcodes.
Welcome to Barcodes.
Yes.
We back in the building again.
That's Beleaf. I'm Old Head Ed, and we're back at it again. Barcodes is pretty much a podcast where we have an intriguing, illustrious MC to sit down and talk with us. They agree, all right. And while we're here, we might as well have them break down a verse. Let's get to know what inspired, what caused, what is part of the creation of this verse.
What was the mindset of the artist once what was the mindset of the artist when they were writing this verse? Like, what compelled them to put these words together in the song? And enough of our babbling about this shit. You know what it is,
shit, bro.
It's Barcodes, and
this is our moment.
Today.
Yo, Beleaf, this is our moment. We might as well talk before we get into the extremely talented gentleman we have next to us.
All right, today we got King Tetrus in the building, y'all.
Check. Peace, blessings, all to your bird. Yo, thank y'all for having me.
I gotta get you.
What happened to the applause? There you go.
Okay.
And you got a delay reaction applause.
Honestly, that makes sense because we're breaking down bars. They may not get it like on the first.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like a delayed reaction.
I get you.
But nice seeing you, man. Appreciate you for having me so far, man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you coming through.
Yeah. This is dope. I mean, it was it took me 6 years to get here.
You've dropped several albums since then. I had to drop
some albums. I grew a little bit sideways.
You might have seen some performances. If you guys were involved with the hip-hop scene, you might have seen him wreck shop at the first La Plancha.
Yeah. I did.
You know what I'm saying?
We just did La Plancha this last one. Rocked some stuff there.
That you also brought it back.
You actually won one of those, right?
Yeah, I did. I got to win one. Mama, we made it.
Yo, hold on a second.
Mama, we made it.
Yo. And now you're getting busy doing stuff with DJ Iconic. You're doing pop-ups.
Yeah. Peace actually was going to bring DJ Iconic, but he had another engagement. But
he didn't think we were illustrious enough. It's all right.
Nah. It was never even like that. He just was like, he works on the weekends. So he was like, bro, I got to make some money. I said, bro, get your money, fam.
Got you.
You know what I mean? And,
can't blame him.
But no, DJ Iconic's been pretty much like a heaven sent. And he's like saved me from myself on some like rapper shit where it's like, bro, normal people aren't gonna listen to this. Right? So like, you're doing way too much.
He's an indicator.
Yeah, he's like,
he's your conscience.
He's like the conscience.
Hey, chill out with that.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I'll get in my and then I'll look at him and be like, if he dies, he dies.
He's out here. He's outside of the window of the booth. Like, nah.
If he dies, he dies. Nah,
you got a new project coming out, right?
Yeah. So we're about to do cut probably in the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
The first project of the year is going to be called Peace and Blessings.
Peace and Blessings.
On the road to Rookie of the Year, and so it's like almost entirely produced by my guy Mighty Healthy.
Shouts to Mighty Healthy for sure.
Mighty Healthy, he's killing it right now. He's best producer in the city. Executive produced by Miami Beatwave. Shout out to Beatwave.
No, indeed.
Shout out to
Beatwave. Helping me create my own little sound. And we've got some cool features. My guy Fresh. What's it called? Money Mowgli.
I know that guy.
Yeah.
You
guys know that guy, right?
I know that guy.
Fun story before we even get started.
Please.
I actually like reached out to him before he did the song. Okay. This is like a real life thing.
Okay.
I reached out to him. I'm like, yo, can you give me some feedback? And in typical Mowgli fashion, he was like, yo, like, no disrespect, but I didn't like none of your shit before. Right. And I was like, I don't know how do we Like, how
do you process it?
Like, where do we go from here? Right? He's like, nah, some real shit. I didn't fuck with any of your shit, bro, before. And I was like, oh, all right, cool. And then he heard the new shit. And he was like, all right, cool. We can do a song. And I was like, oh my God, like, I must have been completely horrendous.
You got to qualify. You know what I'm saying? With Mogs, you got to qualify.
Like,
you know what I mean?
But I respected the fact that he didn't, like, Like, he didn't send it in a voice note where it like expired. The pain was with me forever. It was like a consistent reminder going back to the text messages.
Every morning you were waking up playing that shit. And he's like, yo.
It's like, and then I saw him like 2 weeks later at the La Plancha. And I'm like, yo, what's up? Da, 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 da. And he's like, yo, man, keep working, bro. Keep working. You grinding. I love it. And I was like, am I more excited for him to give me a pat on the back than like anything else? Like, I don't even know if I'm excited about making the album anymore. Just that
Mowgli, stamp of the approval from the wolf. You know what I'm saying?
I was like, oh my god,
Ahoo and all that. Yeah,
great. This is amazing. So yeah, Money Mowgli. We got Shadi on there.
Fresh.
And then like I'm gonna be doing 4 projects this year, so it's gonna be a lot of work, a lot of grind, and the whole process was just like, all I wanted to do was show that progress was made, that like I'm taking this a lot more serious than everybody else is taking it. You know what I mean? And I think like a part of the writing process is like not just the bars. So I always felt like I had a good pen, like I had a really strong pen, but putting it all together was like the hard part. Okay. So just trying to get it. And actually, ironically, one of the songs we're going to get into, US1, was kind of like the first song that like made me believe. You saw what I did there?
No pun
That was for you.
Hold on a second. Hold on. If I can get my act together right here,
I'll put it in post.
What you're doing is one of these.
There you go.
Yes. Yeah.
That kind of put me in a different mind state, because it was the first time I think I actually made like a full song, right? Like bars, hook, melody, the kind of the whole nine. And I think like we're a couple 100,000 in already. So it's just been kind of a cool thing. And I'm really happy to get the opportunity to like talk my shit. Cause sometimes they see like the happy wave and like the beautiful face, and they think I'm like, I'm not deep. You know what I mean?
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? They don't think that like I have substance. So I'm ready to talk that shit today.
Do it, man. Do it. That's why we here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're gonna roll. We're gonna roll into.
He already. What's amazing is that he's been on my podcast at least once, and he's gotten the hang of it. So he already kind of threw it. He prefaced the track we're getting into.
Yeah.
It's the US1.
I'm gonna be honest. I've been media trained since then.
Yo, okay. I've seen you do your rounds.
I've been media trained since then.
I've been listening.
I need some media training.
I've been media trained.
I've seen you throughout, several outlets, and you've been busy. You've been doing your thing. Yo, shouts to everybody who does anything for the musicians, the artists.
Yeah, bro.
Down here, gives them a platform to be able to present their music. And yeah, man. And so I seen you in that regard. I've seen you get busy, yo.
It's good, man. I appreciate that. It really comes from small talk with white guys in the elevator at work.
The elevator pitch.
It's all day.
Shit, how long you in the elevator all day?
You got
a
a
lot of practice,
seconds.
huh?
Yeah,
you got 15 seconds, and
you got to sell them on it.
How was the weekend?
You're going up and down the elevator all day. You're like, I gotta get this shit perfect. Yo. Tom, come here,
bro. Facts. Yeah, man. So no, I appreciate it.
No, but let's get into it.
Let's go.
US1. This is the second verse off of US1, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Word. So we'll let you do your thing, get into a couple of lines, and then we'll unpack those lines.
It kind of starts off like, I had dreams of the fountain blue, penthouse, mad women in a scenic view. But we learned that Hialeah got fountains too, off Ponce de Leon, where I found my youth.
Okay. Yeah. There's layers.
There's a lot of layers.
Yeah.
Right? It's Miami layers. You know what I'm saying? Miami layers. So,
Fountain blue.
So there's 2 fountain blues. If you don't know, there's a fountain blue on the Doral side of the world, and there's a fountain blue where like people party at. So it's basically saying like I spent more time in Fontainebleau Doral than I did Fontainebleau, the actual hotel. You know what I mean? And then all I wanted was like a better view. You know what I mean? Like a scenic view. You got to pay for that now. You got to get those upgrades. You know what I'm saying? Like get that Amex, that Capital One.
Free.
You know what I mean? Ship for free. You know what I'm saying? And I said like off Ponce de Leon, where I found my youth. So, like, if you don't know, people from Miami, Ponce de Leon, you can find that in Coral Gables. Then Ponce de Leon
also founded the Fountain of Youth in La Florida,
right?
Which was the flowered state. Yeah.
So, like, just to kind of get, can we take one step back?
Please do.
So, I basically said like US1 is basically a Miami love song. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a great way to set it off, where you're kind of stabilizing the place where you're from. You're including cues of the locations.
Yeah.
And then it all turns around to be a dedication to that place in itself.
No, absolutely. I think like the most important thing to me is I wanted to showcase how much I love the city. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you guys see me all the time, and I'm always in something Miami. You know what I mean? Like,
You got like
lying.
old school Miami stuff all the time. Every time I see you got like them throwback shirts that, you know what I'm saying, that are from the 80s or the 90s, but specifically from like Miami teams and Miami merch. Yeah, that's kind of like your niche. I see it every time I see you on anywhere you go and any kind of media things that you're doing.
If I step outside anywhere, it's
shit right now. Look at this. You got it right here.
Yes. Thank you, Goodwill. These are Goodwill finds.
Yeah, but where the hell are the fountains in Hialeah, bro? Like I see Hialeah got fountains too.
So
I never go over there. So
okay. I was like, if you've never gone,
I'm just fucking.
I was like,
that's Kendall talk.
That's
Kendall talk.
Waiting for Orion to watch this, and he's gonna have like that. There's fountains here.
That's funny. So, I just think that it was important to kind of set the tone and just kind of like talk a little bit about. I feel like people in Miami or people outside the city feel like when you tell them that you rap, apparently like you're either Rick Ross or Pitbull, right? So it's either you sell drugs or sold drugs, use drugs or abuse drugs, right? Like, but I'm like, I mean, I know plenty of people who are pretty cool that have never done any of those things.
That haven't ventured into those.
Haven't ventured yet.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of my way of talking about Miami. So, and then, did you guys want to go to the next line?
Yeah, we could hit up the next line.
We could do that.
It starts off with where I'm from.
So where I'm from, that's a Triple Z reference. Shout out to my guy Triple Z.
Shout out.
Where I'm from ain't another place on the planet. Not sure how we landed because Trick gave me the commandments. I forgot the bar. I forgot the bar.
It happens.
Wait, I've never had to say it like this before.
I got it right here.
If you haven't been here, you wouldn't understand.
Oh, okay. Can we? We'll cut this one.
We want ain't no cutting here. We want it.
Pull up.
Hold on. I got a sound for that.
Rewind DJ selector. Pull up.
Starting off with where I'm from. Here, I got the cue cards right here.
I got it. Listen, I don't need them because I write all my rhymes. Check. Bro, see how good I'm getting at that now? Like, that was good, right? Mm-hmm. All right, so it goes, where I'm from, ain't another place on a planet. Not sure how we landed, because Trick gave me the commandments. If you haven't been here, you wouldn't understand it. Had to wrestle with it. Wait, no, that's not it.
No,
had to wrestle with it. Yeah. But we could hold off on understand it.
Okay, cool. I was like, wait, bro. For anybody watching this, saying the lyrics without the beat or like anything or a tempo stop and going is a lot harder than people think it is. You know what I mean?
That's the gotcha, yo. We got you guys over here. We're like, yo, say it slowly,
right? Also considering I've performed this song at every single show for the past year, it's like, wait, no.
It's like clockwork.
Don't.
Yeah, it comes with it. It's kind of like synonymous with I say this, I recite this. This is the music I'm listening to as I recite it. It's a little different here, but you're right on point. Where I'm from ain't another place in the planet. Considering that even Floridians, northern Floridians, don't consider South Florida as part of like Florida. Like there's a whole other dynamic that
I'm from
goes
Miami.
on.
We ain't from Florida, bro.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I went to school in Tallahassee. We ain't. It's another thing,
you've noticed the difference.
There's a big
difference. Know the difference. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a whole other dynamic over here.
It's true. It's true. So but that line right there.
It's true though about the not like another place in the planet, yo, because there's like some fucking Discovery Channel shit. Like we're the only place in the planet that has like crocodiles and alligators. You know that shit? We're the only place in the planet that have both
cohabitate in.
That have wild. Both. That's fucking crazy. But anyway, that's just random wild shit I've saw in Discovery.
I'm a better person for hearing that.
It's the truth.
That was incredible.
I mean, just don't go fucking fishing, at night.
I mean, like disrespect it.
Honestly, like that was probably the gym of the day so far.
Okay, we'll go with that.
That was beautiful, sir.
No problem, man.
That was beautiful.
I'm here to provide.
But yeah, ain't another place on the planet. And I sure how we landed because Trick gave me the commandments, right? When I say the Trick gave me the commandments, it's like anybody want to motherfucking die? Because back in the days, I'm a thug, right? So like I talk about that run he has, and it's like everything is all Miami, always. You know what I'm saying? Everything is always Miami, and also those drums we took from back in the days. From
he was definitely a front runner. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember looking at the source and seeing before I thought he was like an imposter for trying to be like an ODB because he had the food stamp album cover.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? So like, but I remember his album and everything in the back of the source being promoted consistently, like from back in the day. And then you know, obviously living out here, you heard all the slip and slide records that were coming out, and he was definitely the front runner. You know, I think Shadi just recently said something about him in a podcast in the last episode.
Yeah.
One of the last episodes.
Definitely. He referenced Trick Daddy's like his prominence as a staple in the South Florida hip hop scene. So for you to take that and be like, yo, these are my commandments. I'm coming from down here. This is someone else who's from the same area I'm from. And this is where I'm going to use as the measure. You know what I'm saying? It's totally respected.
Yeah, absolutely. I just think that hip hop in Miami has different forms, and you know we all have like our own origin story. And I think when I listen to Trick Daddy or Book of Thugs or Thugs R Us or any of like that first 3 album run, you kind of compare that, and you can't say that like nobody else really can. That's a tough album run to kind of like somebody compete with. You know what I'm saying? Even Pitbull's first 3 albums didn't hit like exactly how his first 3 albums hit. You know what I'm saying? Respect to Pitbull though.
Yeah.
Because he kind of molded his whole Trick kind of molded his whole sound. You know what I'm saying? Like his whole audience, like I don't know how to explain it. When he came out, like he was kind of doing his own blueprint on what he was bringing to the table. You know, so like I mean, I'm sure there was other influences in his flow, but the thing is, down south there was nothing like it when he came out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there were certain things like JT Money and all of them out there, but definitely when he came out, it was like it was something different.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So the next line. If you haven't been here, you wouldn't understand it. I had to wrestle with it. My chick a stone cold stunner. Her pop's Colombian that used to run numbers. You see, he was a rolling stone. She needed me ASAP. Shit was rocky at home, but the city I'm addicted couldn't leave it alone.
All right, yeah. So okay.
We can stop that. My bad. We can stop that.
We're good. But you get caught up in the moment, and that's cool.
Serenading the whole thing.
Hey, I just didn't want to fuck up the lyrics again. Like the amount of pressure, like the camera's staring right at me. Right? There's no running at all.
It's all strategic. That's why we put the guest in between us. It's like, the camera focus. But again, so we're bringing it back after learning the commandments. If you haven't been here before, you wouldn't understand it. All right, had to wrestle with it. My chick is cold stone stunner.
She ain't bald or nothing, right?
No.
But she might enjoy beer. But
that's hilarious.
Going back to it, all right, she's a stone cold stunner. All right, so if anybody knows anything about wrestling, Stone Cold Steve Austin, his signature move was the Stone Cold Stunner.
Damn right.
Which is what we would consider someone who like stuns you. Like the beauty is amazing. You're like stunned by viewing at it. So it's easy to be able to parlay those lines into describing a female, a woman. Your
Absolutely.
Girl.
And if anybody's never been here, you could go to like Hialeah, you could go to Alapata, you could go to these places and walk into a random gas station and it'd be like the finest woman you've ever seen just working there. Bro. Like not like stopping in, just like, hi, can I help you? What? You can help me with my life. I love you. Like somehow. Like what are you doing, Selma Hayek? What are you doing out here? Like, what the fuck is going on, bro?
Hey, real quick, Cutler Ridge, shouts to Big G, was down in Cutler Ridge, took a quick trip with him. We happened to pull through what us Hispanics call a deering. A term of endearment is La Vaquita, which is the farm store.
Farm store, yeah. But
as Hispanics call it La Vaquita because there's a little cow on the front. We pull up through real quick to get like a 12-pack of beers. And the young lady.
Wait, the little drive-through with the black cow?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yo, the farm store, La Vaquita. So we pull up to grab a 12-pack of beers.
I'm so black.
And I'm going to go. I'm going to say, one of us has to be.
Yeah.
So we pull up and I'm like, the young lady that comes to help us and take our order, I was like, that's the type of woman.
Yeah. No, it's insane.
Works. It's amazing. It's amazing.
It's insane.
So
it's insane.
So again, that's what we're dealing with nowadays. That's what you're dealing with. That's what you encounter in a South Florida climate.
Yeah, bro. It's insane.
Stone cold stunners.
Other
Stone
states,
cold stunner.
your 10s are 7s over here.
7s, bro.
Other
Generous.
states, other
The
states,
generosity.
10s are 7s
Bro,
over here.
like,
You know what I mean?
I've been to Iowa, and no disrespect to Iowa.
Yeah.
Okay, in the most,
It's a lot of corn.
it's like the people that I was with, they had a girl that was like, bro, she's a smoke show. Wait until you meet this chick. And I was like, all right, cool, bro. Like, can't wait to meet her, right? So she pops up, and I was like, huh, this is the
measuring stick.
This is
This is the top tier here.
yeah,
the
this is
litmus test.
who you are.
I'll tell you what. 2 things didn't apply to her. All right, her dad wasn't Colombian.
Her dad was not
and
Colombian.
did not run numbers.
He did not run numbers.
Okay, that's the next.
So, actually, at the time, my ex-girlfriend, she is Colombian, and like her story was a little bit in the song. You know what I mean? Like our little story was a little bit in the song, and not saying that she gave me the bar, but like I was writing the song, and like I was saying it out loud. Right, because like all of us rap and we go into like psycho mode where it's like no, like you just start mumbling and shit, and like it looks like you've literally got native tongues. You see what I did there? That's number 2. That's number 2 here.
Shout out to native.
Shout out to native tongues.
Yes.
So she was like, she needed me ASAP. It was Rocky at home, right? There was literally ASAP Rocky playing, and she's like, I need you. Can you please come ASAP? And I was like, wait. But then her program, she worked at as a administrator in New York at a university in New York, and the name of her program was ASAP. Right?
Wow.
So every time I would see her with her shirt, I was like, always strive and prosper. And she's like, no, idiot, it strives for something else. And I don't even remember what it is, but it's nothing as good as ASAP. So yeah, shit was rock. Wait, where did we leave off?
Yeah, no. So you got
You kind of rolled into the next.
You saw he was a Rolling Stone. She needed me ASAP. She was Rocky, as you see in the city. Was it at you see this? That's why I don't do the bars.
I was like, whose words are you saying right now?
no.
All right, so it goes. Shit was Rocky. She needed me ASAP. It was Rocky. Get home. The city. I'm addicted. Couldn't leave it alone. What's it cost for a change? Just a penny for your thought. Respect. It can't be bought. I said they pulled a trigger and they took somebody's son. South side of US 1. Check.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. So we handled a good amount of it, and then I fumbled the lyrics, of course.
Do you play for the Dolphins?
Yes.
Oh, that's good, bro.
Yes.
Good
Second
game today.
string quarterback.
Good game today.
Halfback. Yes.
Good game today. Good game. It's fucking cold in Buffalo. I respect you.
And I
bro.
made it back in time to do this, so this is excellent.
Honestly, if you're seeing this, it's a parallel universe. The Dolphins actually won today.
Yes,
so,
and they're on their way to the Super Bowl.
I think we just won the Super Bowl.
I think yes.
Yeah,
in a bizarro world.
That's it.
That's why I wore the Knicks today, because what I'm saying? I wore the Knicks today because we're the theme is teams that are not going to win.
That's it.
No disrespect to the Dolphin fans. I know y'all gonna hate me now.
Yeah, yo, put something in the comments. Just put a bunch of dolphins leaping out of the water in the comments, and we'll love it.
Hey, we relate. That's why I'm wearing it, because
correct. There's a synergy
cheering on
there.
the team forever, every season, and not getting anything. That's like unconditional love right there. So I feel you.
You know how I think that Miami people should be looked at as better rappers, because if we're committed, the adversity you face. Being committed to like the Dolphins, the Marlins,
because the Marlins didn't let you get comfortable at all.
Never.
Like the moment they popped off and succeeded, like the next season, it's like, guess what? You're starting from scratch. Like,
no, the manager saw money, man. He's like, all these players are valuable now, yo. Just start trading them up, like, yo, pop, pop, pop.
And with that being said, talking about that money, what's it cost for some change? A penny for your thoughts.
Yeah. So I find that like music oftentimes is such like mindless behavior in this market sometimes, and I'm like, what's it going to cost for the change? Like, is it going to be my soul? Is it going to have to be money? Like, what's the monetary or the transaction that's going to have to be had for me to create exactly what I want to do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think, like, what's it cost for a change? Just a penny for your thoughts, right? Like, I only need a second, 1 second, 1 penny. You know?
If it's gonna, if it equals, if you're gonna put a monetary value on a certain amount, a fraction of your time, it's gonna be about a penny.
Yeah. Just need a penny for your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? But
respect, it can't be bought.
But respect, it can never be bought. You know, like I always say that small moments create momentum. Right. And you know, my number one saying is keep working. It's working. So you can't really cut corners. And I think, you know, even sitting next to this legend over here, this humble brag legend over here.
Hold on a second. Let's do this right. Let's do this right.
Fucking humble.
You're not
brag
lying.
Over here.
You're not lying at all.
Humble brag over here.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like I feel like I've gotten a ton of respect in the local market. Right. From like the people who have done it before. And like I have conversations with Shadi all the time where he reminds me that I don't suck as much as I think I do. Right. So I'm like, God, I suck so much at this. Damn it. Right. Don't ever tell him I said anything.
You got to see that you a goat. That's his whole theme right there.
Yeah, that's true. I'm allergic to curry goat though. I'm gonna be honest, Shadi. Every time he says you're a goat, I'm like, damn it, I'm deathly allergic to goats.
There's a reaction.
I turn myself into a fucking hitch for the goats.
So
be serious, gentlemen. We're talking about rap. Be serious. Damn it.
So so you said respect can't be bought. Does that come from a place like, have you seen, you know, artists attempt to buy the respect, or is that tie into something else inside of the rhyme?
No. So I think it's the barriers of entry in South Florida hip hop is all determined by the one thing that Miami is everything determined by is money. Right. So I think everyone wants to claim that they want to help people. Everybody wants to do these things. And I'm not being bitter. Everybody has to make their money. But at the same time, I think you sacrifice some of your integrity in the cause. You know what I mean? And I think so much of what I like to do, because I barely curse, right? I barely have anything bad in my music, right? Like I feel like I want to stand on something and I want it to be integrity. I want it to be, you know,
set of morality.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And, you know, this isn't in this song, but in my outro for the album, it says, everybody's got a gimmick and mine's lyrics.
Okay.
Right. Like that's it. Like I'm not the person that's going to do a bunch of crazy things and drop a whole bunch of pointless stuff on Instagram. Yeah. I'm not going to be in the studio the guy who's messing with the chicks. I'm not going to be the person drinking all the time, smoking all the time.
You're there to work.
Like I'm here to work. You know?
Keep working, it's working.
Keep working, it's working. Humble brag.
South side of US 1, is that where you stayed, or?
Yeah, so ironically, there's two sides to US 1. One is like traditionally called US 1, which would be like Kindle.
Yeah.
Right. And then like where my friends and I called South Side of US 1 would be like by Biscayne, Little Haiti, that type of thing. Right.
All right.
So that's what we would say South Side of US 1. Right. It's just a code name that like for my little area.
Yeah.
And that's where I grew up. And I think that was where I caught my first cypher, my first fight. First time seeing a girl's titty, it was just like great.
Just out there in South Side of women walking around with their titties up. Man, damn,
we
gotta go.
Just play. There were some people out there in Little Haiti. Like, I was like, ma'am, your titty.
They were lost. They were like, yo,
ma'am, your boob is fully exposed. You are National Geographic. Right now.
Yeah.
Yo, Tetrus, thank you so much for coming over here and unpacking this verse and just overall just showing us your whole insight on how Miami and your perspective on hip hop and the community over here in South Florida. And just gotta let you know, man, thank you for coming over here, man. We really appreciate it. What you think, Ed? We got another one?
No, I think we definitely got another one. Always a pleasure to hear MCs of this caliber break shit down, and Tetris did exactly just that. Walked us through a verse. We successfully completed another episode of Barcodes. But before we done, Tetris, hit them up with the social medias where they can find you, where they can find the music and what you got coming up.
Absolutely. By the way, I knew this would go well because Tetris is always about bars and bars and the bars codes. So like we're all cousins and maybe second cousins and all that.
Indeed.
But you could find me everywhere, like the air King_Tetris. Check out all the stuff in the catalog. That goes for Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever else you use in this crazy world. And then be on the lookout for Peace and Blessings coming out and sometime in March. But thank both of you guys for letting me come do this. This was dope.
Our pleasure.
This is dope, bro.
Definitely.
Bless, man. Yeah.
Catch you next time on Barcodes.
Rate, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff.
I had dreams of the fountain blue, penthouse of mad women in a scenic view. But we learned the Hialeah got fountains too. Off Ponstead the Young, where I found my youth. Where we from? Ain't another place on the planet that sure we landed. Cause Trick gave me the commandments. If you haven't been here, you wouldn't understand it. How to wrestle with it. My chick a stone cold stunner. Her pops Colombian that used to run numbers. You see, he was a rolling stone. Yeah. She needed me ASAP. Shit was rocky at home. See the city, I'm addicted. Couldn't leave her alone. Don't take it in vain. What's it cost for a chains? Just a penny for your thoughts. Respect, you can't be bought. They pulled the trigger and they took somebody's son. Southside of US 1. Yeah.